Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. There's supposed to be music at some point in time. You know. How are you, Calday? My voice is soft? My voice? Yeah, don't know. Hey, Wolfori, how you doing? How's it going? How's it going? It could just be the fact that it's morning. Oh, shout out to the RR fam. Hello, hello. Mofafa, what's up, dude? How's everybody doing? Welcome in, guys. Guys, today we're hitting this anime face. We're nailing this thing as best we can today. So, it's happening. Not gonna take no for an answer this time. Tired and fiddling with quad draw and the new Retapo auto tool in Maya. Oh shit. Dude, I gotta see how that works. I heard amazing things about it. What's up, Ryan? Did she talk back to me yesterday? Yeah, I was struggling a little bit. I'll be honest, guys, I was struggling a little bit with the face, but that happens. So yeah, a little teeny bit of a back talk. But we're getting in it today. I found a really cool image of a straight on with her. So I'm really, really excited about that, actually. You posted what you have now? Nice. Also, guys, you're going to see some changes in the server soon. You're going to be seeing... I'm going to change it to a community server because I'm going to be starting up a ZBrush 101 class. I've mentioned it a few times. And I'm going to be creating a stage for that feature. So I think that's going to be a really cool feature. So I've also been setting up some bots. So you're going to see some changes in the Discord happen, hopefully for the better. Still kind of learning. Oh shit. Nice, dude. Okay, great, dude. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty clean. I like that. The one I have right now, let's see. The one on the right is Auto Retapo that Maya did, and the left is me doing quad draw. Well, minus the hands, I ripped off the Auto Retapo. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, so lots of little changes are going to be happening soon. So I don't want you guys freaking out when all of a sudden you're like, "What's going on in here?" But I'm really, really excited about that. So then guys, I have a kind of fun. I got a little funny story to tell you guys. Funny, like I had a really interesting experience with a client yesterday that led me to basically, tell them I couldn't do the job. And it was one of those things I was asked to. It was from the same jewelry company, and he asked me if I could quickly remove some different planes on a STL. And I told him I could do it at first, but then the more I got into it, the more it was like everything was just getting ripped apart and nothing was coming out great. And he hadn't paid me yet, so I just reached back out to him because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it. And I was like, I'm really, really sorry. I know I said I might be able to do it, but, taking a look at it, it's beyond my skill limit. And I didn't get anything back from him. He didn't say anything. I'm still waiting to hear back, but it was an interesting experience, and kind of curious if you guys have had experiences like that too. Because for me, the position was like, I need to be able to say when I can't do something, even if I had said, oh, I could, instead of beating my head against the wall, and rather have him go somewhere else. So, I'll help out where I can. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, actually, Ryan, I might pick your brain a little bit, dude. I actually might call you in if you're down later today to kind of test the stage a little bit. I'm just doing kind of conventional bots at the moment, nothing too crazy, just kind of going in and seeing what everybody likes. And then, so like me 6 is pretty good. He'll do like the basic generic welcome ends and stuff, but there's a premium fee for him if I wanted him to do live stream announcements, and I don't really want to pay anything at the moment. And then I was trying another one called, what was it called? Ping something? And yeah, that one's a little broken, so I may have to uninstall that. But we'll see. All fun stuff. So yeah, if you're down to help, that'd be great, man. I'll pick your brain. Have you pop in there and say if something works or not. Okay. So I'm really trying to hit this. Discovered yesterday, she has kind of a small, flatter face than I originally had thought. So I gotta kind of hit that note slightly. This swoop is a little too much, so I'm gonna get a big old brush, start tucking it back a little bit. She also likes lollipops, so this is a very funky character. What do you want the bots to do? I want a bot that's going to announce when I go live, so I don't have to worry about that. I want a bot that will just kind of welcome people in when they join the server. And I have a server status bot just so I can keep an eye on who's there, who's not. It's also supposed to be able to help you when, like, if bots do come in. Because I'm going to open it up to a community, it'll be a nice way to kind of just make sure that, everything's kind of on the up and up and everybody is having a good time and safe and stuff like that. So, that seemed to be a really highly recommended one. And yeah, that's really all I got right about now. And then the community, pardon me, the switching to a community is going to be good because then I'll have that stage channel I can operate in. And then that's where people who sign up for the ZBrush 101 course or any one-on-ones that, people want to kind of have me go over some of their stuff. So if I do any one-on-ones with people, then I'll be able to kind of have a dedicated place where people can come and, not have to rely on Zoom or anything else. So, just generic stuff. Hey, what's up, Slowbee? Miss Wildfire, hello, guys. Okay. Yeah, I think that's looking a lot better. Sometimes it helps to just kind of walk away. But she has kind of a big forehead here. And then I think what I'm going to do is add just a little bit of a swoop here. Let's create the nostrils. Although, I don't know if I want to create too much of them. Keep them subtle. And maybe kind of push that down a little bit. when we go asymmetrical with her, when we go asymmetrical, that's actually gonna, I'll put the lollipop in her cheek a little bit because we're doing a pretty fun pose with her. Just her kind of generic. She has this one. I really like this pose a lot. Even this one's kind of cute. But I think I'm gonna go more this way. Keep it a little bit more simple. There we go. All right, I'm gonna paint the eyes in because that's gonna help me see. Let's grab that color just so we have the original. And let's go up resolution so we have something to draw on. Just kind of loosely sketch this out. Go. How's everybody else doing today? Just kind of focused real quick on this. There, we can kind of fill that in a little bit. Inexplicitly tired. Yeah. If her eyes are going to be relatively flat, could you use an image of her eyes as a stamp? Yes, you could, actually. Yeah. I could probably paint it in as a stamp. Just using the spotlight projection. But I am a fan of kind of drawing them. I don't know. I guess if I had to get like really specific and I couldn't get this, yeah, we could probably do that if I had her eyes. Also, what's cool about doing this, about me kind of drawing it right now, is I'm now kind of seeing where some of my flaws are in the face. But yeah, if you wanted to use a stamp, absolutely. Slept very well last night. Probably too well. That's pretty funny. I always hate it when that happens, when you're like, you get the right amount of sleep, but you want to keep sleeping. Yeah, it's always like a good. It's always a double-edged sword. Okay, go. I'm gonna smooth out. I'm gonna relax, smooth this area I pushed. I'm just smoothing the material, not smoothing the color. There we go, yeah. Let's go back to the paintbrush and let's actually take that part off for a second. actually, let's back that up for a minute. Let's go back there. I'm gonna turn lazy mouse up. There we go. We'll get that the base of that eye in there. Oh, I did hear back from the client. He just set me up now. No. Yeah, that's fun. Brings her to life now. I know, right? Yeah. Well, now she has eyes. And now we can kind of clean these eyes up a little bit. What's cool is she has like purple to her. So I'm actually going to play around a little bit with... I think I'm going to play around a little bit with layers here in a second. Just to kind of... not worry too much about what I create. Let's come up a little bit. Okay. We also need to give her some eyebrows too. I'm gonna draw them on temporarily for now, but I'm going to I'll be actually modeling them. Looks like our eyebrows are about there, so quickly, let's duplicate that. I'm gonna delete lower, and let's actually bring the topology tool up. Let's turn lazy mouse on. Ooh, lazy mouse with that. That's cool. Let's do that. Let's do one, and let's go. Tap right there. And then let's go ahead and mask. Let's mask split. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this one. Hey, what's up, Inspire? How you doing? Hey, I really appreciate you adding the keyboard to your display. It is one thing to know the steps, but it is very helpful to see and be able to connect the action with the result. Awesome. That I'm really, really happy actually that that's helpful. Yay. Yay. That's really cool. That was what I was hoping, because, you know, yeah, you guys can watch me sculpt all day long, but I was thinking, yeah, it would be really cool if you guys got to see what it is I'm typing, so I'm glad that's working out. I figured too, on playback, it will just make the videos a little bit more easier to follow along. Not much getting back into sculpting after a week? Yes, Inspire? Do it! What you gonna sculpt, buddy? Next week, I'm going to be bothering Kamara, and we're going to be doing some creature stuff. I'm pretty excited about that. Let's grab. Oh. I don't know what it is about the move brush, but for some reason, like, I'm trying to grab this corner, but it's not grabbing it with everything visible. I don't know if that's a bug. I may have to mention something about that. Working on the commission. Nice. Okay, cool, dude. Nice. Yeah, I actually had to cancel a commission. It wasn't a really high-paying one, but it was a very interesting thing. I couldn't do this, I don't think. Not sure if the game controller I use will sculpt to see the keys, but I might. Actually, you could. I don't know if you use normal OBS, but if you type in input overlay, they had actually like some mouse and keyboard stuff, like OBS input overlay, because gamers use it, and it was actually very easy to install. Yeah, I think this was it. Go ahead and check this out. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Check this one out because I found it very, very useful. Dude, I've noticed your speed has increased exponentially since I first started watching it. Thanks, man. Yeah. Oh, man, that's... Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah. And I think, too... Hold on, before we go too far. There was a YouTube video I watched. Let me see if I can go in my histories real quick. You guys can see all the things I check out in the world. If I go to my library, I go to my history. Look, I'm bot studying. I watch a lot of fitness stuff too. Let's see here, where is it? Where is it? When did I get this done? Is that mask over? Oh, here it is. Okay.
Hello everyone, my name.
Yeah, check this out too. There you go. Imagine how fast he is when he isn't yapping. Oh my gosh. Anyway, check that one out too, because that one will. That was kind of the walkthrough I watched. Yeah, I'm always a yapper. I know, right? Actually, gonna change poly group so I could see the eyebrow a little bit better. And let's see here. I think actually I'm gonna kind of widen it. So let's go local sim, and we're gonna widen that just a little bit. There we go. Sweet. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, enjoy. Yeah, they have a lot of cool stuff. Unfortunately, I wish they had a cooler keyboard setup than what I currently have, because I really like the gamer one, but the gamer ones only have like the, you know, the ASDW ones. At least that's what I saw. I don't know. Like, maybe somebody has another cool one, but this works too. Like, I'm not super disappointed. Functionality over over good looking. There we go. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. The Rule of Oaks. Rule of Oaks? Rule of... Oh, I just totally butchered that, but thank you so much. Rule of Fucks. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, guys. So I also, too... I printed out Vegeta articulated head and body, and it's a snug fit. So I think I'm going to have to go and actually adjust. So I think what I'm going to do is, like, kind of... I'm going to have to redo it. But I think, actually, if I had different material of printing, I'm going to have to come up with some really clever ways of 3D printing some articulated joints that actually 3D print well. Oh, I just noticed something. I kind of don't like these stitches, so I think I'm going to redo those stitches. Hear me nitpicking the crap out of my stuff. Okay, I'm going to add some thickness to these eyebrows. And then I'm actually going to offset them in a little bit. So that way it's actually embedded in her head. So I don't have to worry about whether or not that's going to merge when I go to merge that. We'll actually go in like about 50%. That's usually what I do. And then give it a good thickness. Join the Discord this week. Seems nice. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, the Discord is it's just a fun place for people to come and hang out and share their work. I'm going to be creating some basic ZBrush courses, more like classrooms where people can come and learn. I'll set all that up. I'll set up the cost, all that stuff later. But basically, it's a work in progress. But it's really just a place for people to come, hang out, share their work, collaborate with other people, maybe meet new people, and just have a good time. You know, nothing too crazy. I didn't want it to be anything more than that. So I'm glad people are enjoying it. Okay, what we're going to do now is clean up her eyes a little bit, really just get the character locked in, really find that appeal. So we're going to need to kind of work that in just a little bit, and I think these eyes are just a little too small, so I think maybe we can just kind of lift them up a little bit. Cool thing about anime is the eyes are just amazingly huge. So really play on those exaggerative shapes. But yeah, these pupils are really helping me kind of see a little bit better. Thank you so much, Iron Sonic, for the follow. I really appreciate it. Welcome in. There we go. Okay. All right, let's see if we can like get some more color into her eyes. And then I think then that might show us the rest of our flaws. At the end of the day, the craziest thing about it is just trying to identify all the wrong shapes and then correct them. And really, I really depend on the move brush at this moment too. I've seen this build your own injection mold machine for $200 video floating around. Still not having much success with the resin articulated model either. Yeah, that's my biggest problem right now. I mean, what I might do is I just might reprint him, you know, FDM and call it a day for him. The problem is that it's a lot of figuring out, right? Like, there's not a whole lot of people spilling the information or, you know, sharing the information of articulation within 3D printing. And I know they do a lot of testing at these toy shops. But, you know, just kind of have to trial and error it a little bit. Yeah, the tolerances are just not accurate enough. Maybe a Formlabs printer would be better. Actually, that's a really good point, because I know Hasbro specifically has Formlabs, and there's a reason why that's a $3,000 machine, $4,000 machine probably too, maybe even more depending on the model. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, you know. At this point, too, I'm just thinking about maybe if I just show in my portfolio the knowledge of articulation, that maybe that would be fairly good enough to get, you know, maybe to get some more work coming in. And in the meantime, maybe try everything else. So I don't know. It's, you know, I've had some successes and some failures. I've had more successes in the FDM because the tolerances are loose, so you can easily, just get away with a lot. Where resin is a very tight tolerance. I'll back that up a little bit, smooth that out a little bit more. Okay, the other thing too is her cheek is too low. So I'm actually gonna taper this back a little bit. Bring this in, really dumb this down actually. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Yeah, large one is 10K, yeah, exactly. So, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. Maybe I'll just like kind of showcase, animate it a little bit. You know, just show the back and forth between, you know, between how the joint's supposed to move. Kind of just have that there. You know. It's all a work in progress. There you go. Yeah, see, I think the Form 2 is enough for what we're trying to do. Never enough! Right? Yeah, never! Oh, that's funny. Okay, alright. This face is looking cuter and cuter the more I work it. Alright, I'm becoming more and more happy with it. See, the trick with female characters is that you want that really nice, soft, cute appeal, but you have to have all those plane changes in, right? So, I always find it to be just a little difficult sometimes. But we're getting there. But the Form 3 has that nice peel thing, so it helps with tolerances too, because it doesn't put a lot of force on the print to pull it from the vat. Ooh, interesting. You spent nearly 1,000 on all editions for the 250 resin printer I bought, but the Formlab printer comes with everything. That it does, yeah. Well, not only does it come with everything, but on top of it, I'm pretty sure you get, you know, some sort of support. You know, you're able to kind of like troubleshoot some stuff, I'm sure. Like, so yeah. I signed up for the Formlabs slicer just to see what it was like, because I was hopeful that I would actually be able to like set the supports in there and then bring it over and reslice it. You can't do that. But anyway, that's what I wanted to do, and it was the amount of emails I get talking about customer support and care of the company seems ridiculously on point. So either it's too good to be true or they're really that helpful, which honestly I hope they're just really that helpful, because then that would just be amazing. Hey, what's up, Cat Jazz? How you doing? There, sorry. Oh no, I meant where you stood. Don't even worry about it. I am the last person to speak of grammar, so don't even trip, chocolate chip. That wasn't the most 90s throwback sentence of the day. I don't know what is. Alright, I'm also now just kind of relax smoothing for warbles at this point. Kind of stressful because I struggle with post sketch art. With post sketch art? Ooh. If you don't mind sharing your kind of work in progress, I'd love to see what you got. I don't know if is pose sketch art just like you sketching in pose. Which, yeah, I can definitely see that could definitely be a it can definitely be a little bit of a struggle sometimes. Pose hard. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Man, I want a wall of printers like that inspired. Let me click that link. I didn't. Let me see. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, man. Ooh. Is that a Haas mill? Is that a Haas mill? I wonder what that machine right there is. Yeah. What the hell? That's crazy. Comes off like that? Good for them. Yeah, these machines I hear are amazing. That's why I wanted to win one. I hear they're super expensive to run though, too. I'm just kind of like going for that little bit of cleanup, but still keeping that plane change. Yeah, resin starts at 150 a bottle. Exactly. That would be like, see, that's where you sit back and you just say, okay, I'm not going to run that machine until I know the model I'm printing is 100% gold. Right? Like it's really where you have to be at that point. Oh, yikes, yeah. Yeah, you better just pretty much know what you're doing at that point and just call it a day. But, I mean, hey, when you think about it, too, then it's like, then you buy a 3D printed Formlabs print. Like, let's say you had something printed at big, huge scale. Like, if I printed, like, Wenham or something, like, that print, you automatically would become, like, a $200 print just in the print itself, just because of how big it is. Insane. Hey, man, awesome progress, looking great so far. Thanks, Scats. How you doing? Welcome in, dude. Yeah, but it's like 3 liters, too. Yeah, 3,500 for the machine. Oh, lordy. That's crazy, dude. All right. Yep. See, what I would do, actually, that's the machine you buy when you make one print and then you cast and mold it. Like, that's what you... that would be the definite thing. Okay, I'm gonna rename this Eyes. Let's go ahead and... I actually want to get the purple of her eyes. So I'm going to go to Z plugin, go to Z color. Actually going to drag and come over to... Let me get a better zoom in here. Really want that purple. Boop. Set color. If you guys didn't know, Z color actually allows you to pull color from other parts of your monitor, not just within ZBrush. Hey, what's up, Matt? How you doing, buddy? Okay. Okay. Do I have reference in Spotlight? No, I'm actually painting by hand. I have reference in... my reference is actually in Pure Ref. I'm just painting by hand. What's up, Jack? 3 more prints, 3 more pieces of test print. Nice, man, nice. Yeah, I'm the crazy one inspired that just... I paint... I paint... like, on it. Can't even speak today. Alright, let's go ahead and get a white. Gonna do a new layer now. I wanted to know how to pull color from Spotlight easily without turning the wheel all the time. Oh. What do you mean without turning the wheel all the time? You mean like how to just utilize Spotlight to transfer stamps? I mean, once you engage a Spotlight, the wheel is just how big you're sampling at any given time, as I understand it. That moment when you're like, I can't get the right stroke, so I need to reposition the... Look at that. Sometimes it's just position. No, so... Okay, yeah. Please explain. I'm curious. I've used Spotlight a few times to transfer real, like to get depth of an image, and I've used it for color a couple times, but I don't use it enough. So if you have Spotlight reference up, touch and hold the color to drag reference, press Alt, lift your pen. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you could do it that way too. Sorry, I thought you meant like how to actually operate Spotlight. Yes, that's one way to do it as well. But let's say you want to color off of an image off of your web browser, but you don't want to download the image. Or you're not getting a clean image download in order to, you know what I mean? Like, where you have a color palette that you choose from. Like, I use complementary colors all the time, and I'll use Adobe Color to get those complementary colors. So the Z plugin really helps just get those colors in without having to download an image or rely on Spotlight. So that's why I like it. But yeah, that's the other way to do it as well. I agree. Natural movement of your arm. Yep. Hey, what's up, Art? How you doing? Yeah, I would do that too. I actually kind of forgot, Inspire, that you could do that sometimes. And then the other day I did it, and I was like, oh yeah, you could do that. I always hate it when I forget what, when I forget CV for a second. I don't know if any of you have done that before, where you forget what C copies and V switches color, but I've forgotten how to. One time I forgot which button did which, and I kept copying things. Such a weird experience. There we go. Anime eyes. I love painting them. They're probably my favorite eyes to paint. Yep. Yeah, Shane does teach that, absolutely. Yeah, when I discovered Z color was actually during one of Shane's streams. He had asked how he could pull the color, like he had done something. And then I had said, oh, well, there's a Z color wheel. I don't know if that's helpful. But somebody else kind of also answered ahead of me, and Shane had pulled it up, and then he played with it in front of us on a Pixelogic stream, and I was like, oh, that's way easier. Because the problem with Spotlight too, my downside of Spotlight is that when you bring it in and you have your brush, if you forget to go to samples and turn off Spotlight projection, then some of your brushes don't work, and a lot of people don't know that. So that's why Shane teaches to turn that Spotlight projection off. And I don't mind, and I tell people to do that too. But I've gotten so used to using PureRef now that it's just easier to not load the image in, for me personally. At that point, it's just pretty much preference, But it is a very amazing way to do it, so I agree. I think it's awesome. Yeah, that face isn't too bad, yeah. Hey, have to head out for a doctor appointment, but wanted to drop in and say hello. Hello, Peter! Hello! Thanks for stopping by, buddy. I always appreciate it, man. Oh, you never got used to PureRef? Ah. Yeah, I use it a lot now because most of my scenes have a minimum of 10 images. You know what I mean? Like, this is probably the smallest scene I've ever had. But then I think I really started using it when I was sculpting Gwenum, because I had like 16 different female bodybuilders and fitness models on the side, you know, something to look at. And then anatomy on the other side, and then Venom. So I had like 30, 40 images, and it's like a super small file. So I really gotten used to using Pure Rev. But every once in a while, if I need to bring in an image, I absolutely will do it. Yeah, I only use 1 or 2 reference now, so Spotlight works for me. And yeah, Spotlight is perfect for that. Absolutely. Yeah, no problem, man. That reminds me, I need to buy Keyframe MP2. What's Keyframe MP2? Gonna look it up real quick. Is this it? Media player. Links into Maya. And the mirror player for reference. Ah, yeah. Cool. Okay. I'm gonna start putting in some wrinkles now. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn thickness off and just apply the subdivision and work with it without any thickness. And then I'll come back and add thickness once I'm happy. But this way I can pull up, let's say, the standard brush and actually create some pretty nice looking wrinkles and only work with single-sided geometry. Not worry about anything else. You can annotate, set markers, and so on. Plus, you can sync it with the Maya timeline. Ooh, it'd be sweet if they had a plugin for Blender to do the same thing. That's awesome. Ooh, that sounds really, really cool. I always appreciate really good, helpful plugins. Just makes life so much easier. Let's get some basic wrinkles in here. Oh, I figured out how to get a good Z-Remesh parts from CAD, which is helpful when mixing in real-world part into your sculpt. Oh, interesting. How? Please, please tell me. I'm very curious now. You have me curious, Greg. Yeah, and it's great for going over reference and getting into your poses. I mean, it's not that hard to click to the next pose, but it's nice not to have to set that up. Absolutely, dude. The less you have to do, right, the better. So, I completely 100% agree. You know. Yeah, you want to streamline that process as much as possible. Okay, now I'm going to use the Inflate Brush. I'm actually going to be closing this up a little bit. Kind of looks something like that. A mask off. Go. Mask this area off and actually stretch it down. Be right back. All right, no worries. All right, I gotta head out, but I may stream once I get back. I have to get some reference and stuff first so I can start planning my next shot for the real monster course. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. All right, man. Well, be safe. Go have a good doctor's appointment. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. There we go, kind of like that. I'm going to take the Z modeler brush, so BZM, and I'm actually going to add an edge loop real close to the end so it keeps that length that I want so bad. Big J Customs in the house. It's just a check custom that Big D. That's good, dude. What is up, bud? I show off your Grogu and gave you a shout out during the interview for your Stargate props on YouTube. Oh my gosh, dude. Thank you so much, man. That is awesome, brother. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. How you been? I've seen you working on looks like some Funko Pop stuff on Instagram. Try to pop in real quick. Good, busy, nice. Yeah. So bring your CAD, STL, JOB into polygroup normals. Okay, bring polygroup by normals. Bring it until you have a polygroup for each plane. Crease by polygroups. Keep crease adapts. Keep creases adapt off Z-remesh. Cool. Yeah, pops are my main gig. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Dude, okay, hold on. This looks really amazing. Like listening to this inspire. So hold on one second. Let me save this real quick and let's actually test that. Like I actually for me, I need to see it work, but I feel like that all makes sense. So I'm really excited. Like this is my excited face now. So all right, so let me just bring in let me import something that I've done in the past. So I fixed this buckle for this guy, right? But let's bring in the STL. Let's call it a day. So this is a really complicated model too. Okay. Okay. So here's my STL. Really complicated model too, right? So let's see. If we go back over and we say, so bring your... I'm actually going to screen grab it just so I have it for future stuff. So yeah, that's fine. Okay, so bring in a group. Okay, group by normals, which is fine. It's polygroup, group by normals. That makes sense. Bloop. It's gonna yell at me for a little bit. Oh, that's good, Big J. I'm glad you're busy, man. I love seeing good people busy. What do you mean I was gonna work on that? We're gonna make it work. We're gonna do it. Let's give it a shot. I like testing things to the extreme anyway. Come on, you know that. Way complex. Yeah, absolutely. But here's some really cool things. Let's say I need to get a Z-remesh version of this, and I have to fix it. So if this will give me halfway decent results, then there could be a lot of projection stuff that happens afterwards. Or I just killed ZBrush. We'll see what happens. Hey, Atomic Studios, what's happening? Okay, it did not work on this. Like, didn't even polygroup by normals, which means there's not enough plane changes. So that's max 45 angle. So I probably have to lower this down. So let's try something a little bit less complicated then. So let's go ahead and delete this one. Let me see if I can bring something else in. Let's see. What do I have that's an STL? Yeah, send me the part. Yeah, do that. That'd be great. Yeah, I really want to see it. Atomic Studios. It's been a while, dude. Going full anime this time? Oh, yeah. Going full anime. Here's what we got so far. I'm actually now just starting to get into a little bit of the detail of the jacket before we start getting into posing And then it'll be full cleanup and stuff, so yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, Mass by Peaks and Valleys then group. Yeah, you could do that too, absolutely. Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is, hey, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. What I'm gonna do now is, so in this reference, there's like little ruffles. Like it's very, very faint, but they're just like kind of like, you could tell there's like little creases in the jacket. And it's very subtle, but sometimes subtle is really what we want, right? So I'm going to try and use Z Modeler for this part. And we're just going to kind of group a few things. So what I think we're going to do is I'm going to group this here. Maybe go 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe it's not gonna let me do that. So go 3, 3. I don't really know if that's a quite even number for it, but that's 2. It's probably not. Yeah, that's off a little bit. Okay, yeah, so that's off a little bit. So let's back that up. So maybe if I just, let me see here. Okay. Two, 3, 4. Two, 3, 4. Okay, cool. So we're gonna add in our own edge loops here. Yeah, something like that. All right, send in Discord. Okay, cool. Okay. Let me hold that thought for a little bit. Got some funky loops. Okay, let's check it out in Discord. Hey, Inspire, it's been a while since you messaged me. Okay. Download. Just direct download. Yep. Perfect. Loop. Yeah, Atomic, how have you been, man? How's your projects going? Oh, not load tool, import. Big difference. Okay, all right. So here's your cutter tool. So if we go to group by normals, right? And then what do you say? Group by normals, bring it into the crease by polygroups. Right, that makes sense. And then turn adapt off. And then keep creases, keep groups. See remesh. Yeah, that makes perfect sense and gives you pretty clean geometry. Yep. No group. Don't keep groups. Should I delete keep groups? It kind of already changes it. I mean, that's really clean though. I wonder how low we can go. How low can you go? Oh yeah, you can go pretty low with that. I'm gonna really push it to now it's really small, but before it started shrinking, we got it to 326. Dude, that's really cool, man. Because it smooths, yeah. Dude, nice. And then yeah, you got dynamic turned on. Whoop whoop. Yeah, that makes sense. I've done that process before. Now that I've done it, that makes sense. I just wasn't aware that that's. But now we know for officially. That's really cool, dude. Thanks for sharing that. That's really awesome. Yeah, it was very helpful, and the part fit on the first try. That's really awesome, dude. That's really really awesome. Okay, that's not gonna work that way. Yeah, maybe. Oh, you know what? I know what we're gonna do. Canada. Hold on 1 second, guys. I may have to take this. All right. Anyway, All right. Well, that was bizarre. Okay. All right, let's get these Ruffles in here. I'm going to see maybe what I could do is actually just grab a couple of these points. Such. Bring these up a little bit. Yeah, that's not going to work either. Okay. I may actually then we'll just kind of sculpt that in by hand. That's not a big deal. It's how I would typically do it anyway. So I'm okay with that. That being said, I think then might be ready to move on. To posing. I'm gonna go ahead and just get some of her kneecaps in here real quick. There we go. Think an insert mesh with a tapered cube is my fastest? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I could probably try that. It's not a bad idea. What I will be doing is turning on render, and then I will turn on, where are you? Preview AO. There we go. Honestly, more than likely what I would end up doing at this point is just coming in here. First you gotta select the thing that you want. So I'll probably just create the creases the same way I created the other creases. Ooh, actually, you know what? Now that I just like kind of said a bunch of stuff out loud, let me go to my Z model brush real fast. Insert. And then I lost it. Okay, never mind. You guys ever do that? You had a thought and then you're just like, bleh, it's gone. I think what I'll do is I'll just add some resolution, and then I'll just use Z modeler once I actually apply the thickness. I think that'll be more likely the fastest route. Interesting. Smooth this a little bit. Let's bring the Inflate Brush a little bit. Let's kind of close that. Let's play with something. Let's go to geometry, and then for the subdivision, bring the smoothness down. Segments, I think I'm going to want that at 2. Oh no, don't do that. Nope. Okay, we'll leave that down. Kind of relax, smooth that inside just a little bit. So you're getting kind of some weird collapsing. Hey, what's going on, Ben? How you doing? Okay. Play with that in a little bit. I'm okay with this part. Alright, let's add the stitches. Let's add the stitches. Actually, I think for the stitches, what I'm going to do is actually open up Spotlight for this. Go to Brush. Insert Stitch. I think we're just going to stick with this. This is probably a really just simple way. Drop that down. Interesting. Which headphone is that? This is the oh my god, the A10. Jeez, why am I drawing a blank? Astro. Jeez, can't speak. The Astro A10. Yeah, it's a really great brush. For the stitches. These are coming out. Oh, you know why they're coming out thick? Never mind. I just answered my own question. I was like, why is it coming out so thick? So I'm going to repeat this, but turn thickness off. There we go. That's why. And then I think you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to turn that off. Let's try something here. Let's get these guys going right here. Let's hover over it with the poly group. Let's select it. Let's delete hidden. Let's grab that one. Delete hidden. Sounds good. Let's go ahead and take this stitch brush that we have. And then let's actually go to create nanomesh brush. See modeler. Insert nanomesh. And maybe not do that. Nanomesh. Are you planning to finish this one today? I'm getting ready to pose it, yeah. I'm definitely getting ready to pose it. Okay. Let's just do this. Let's just delete it. Let's do this old school. Let's turn this off for a second. Yeah, it depends. As far as finish goes, I would like to get it pretty much posed today, but it'll probably take a little bit more time than that. Especially since, you know, I tend to rely on some older methods of doing things. Which, when in doubt, let's just do it the way you know it. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Bujo1. How you doing? Yeah, and I think we'll just do this with her, we'll actually get this done with her, her ears too. The nanomesh was cool, but I definitely need to improve on my knowledge of that. I'm actually going to be really deep diving soon in some of Michael Palfovich's courses, because I know he does a lot of that stuff. And I'm really intrigued to get it done right. Same with array mesh. But this way too, I can also have like some sort of like asymmetrical feel to the stitches, make them feel a little bit more custom. I used a curve, but I didn't really like the result I was getting. I'm also just committed to this part. I had it a curve, try nanomesh, and then I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it this way. I do that a lot, Rand. Like a lot. I am definitely that guy who will do things the unorthodox way, but it gets me the results that I want. And I'm like, I'm almost done with it too. So yeah, this is a little bit longer of a method. That's why I say, don't do what I do. Power through, just get through it. Yeah, that's no. It's just like, you know, just, yeah. I'm the guy who brute forces everything. Like, if you watch, if you watch me play Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, I've given people like strokes of like, how are you doing? But it works. It works for me, you know. Spaso's in the house, dude. What is happening? Hey, buddy. Sorry I couldn't stick around for the rest of your stream yesterday, man, but how did it go? It's like lining up all the swords in your inventory to solve the Temple of the Breath of the Wild. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, the one of the, it wasn't, what was it? It was one of the Guardians, the electric, you know, Guardian. I was going to, anyway, I couldn't find the electric ball needed to open it up. And this is my first time playing through Zelda. So you needed 2 of the electrical orbs to open the door. And I couldn't find the second one, which, hilarious enough, was in plain sight. On my second playthrough, I found it. But I had all of these metal swords and shields, right? And so I had the electrical one, and I knew that current, like, they had the principle of electricity and how current flows through metal objects. So I laid down all of my swords and all of my shields to connect to the other pillar, and it opened up. I essentially hacked it. and then I got my stuff, and everybody just like shook their head like, what the fuck? Not much. About to get the day started. Stream was full of crime betas last night. Super fun. How are you doing, brother? I'm doing pretty good, brother. I'm doing pretty good. I'm working on a personal project and trying to get some more client work going. So, gonna be reaching out to some people later. Hopefully they need stuff. So yeah, all good, man, all good. Just keep pushing. That's what I do. You know? That's all we can do. Delete hidden on this. There we go. You'll get the gigs. You're too nice to say no to. Well, buddy, if you ever know anybody who's looking for a nice guy, I think the hardest part right now, at least in my area, the hardest part is people who need work, like, or people who have work, not need work. We all need work, but you know what I'm saying. Beta drama? Yep, you know it, man. I saw some of it last night. I was like, oh my god. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm also gonna make these a little bit bigger than normal too, so that way they're gonna print a lot easier when I fine-tune them. So yeah, it'll be good. Just kind of get them there, and then we'll clean them up. But yeah, man, look good. Your stream looked good last night, as always, brother. I love your critique streams too, man. Just because it's so nice to like listen to how you get feedback and stuff. Always a learning experience. Yeah, always is, right? There we go. Yeah, I always learn a lot from critiques. Yeah, always. I love listening. I love just listening to how critiques are given, especially from. There's a few people I love watching that from. Spicer's one of them. Really heavy. I love also listening to like when Shane Olsen critiques stuff. When he does, got to convince him a little bit sometimes. But going through the Q&As at his school is awesome, because then it also helps me, because I want to be. I'm really pursuing the teaching part of this career too, and so lots to learn on how to approach certain things and communicate that back to the people who are trying to learn. Always learning. Amazing. They feel untouched, but it's crazy scary and easy to get dukes. Yeah, I love critiquing work. I hope it's super helpful. I'm glad you enjoy it. Anatomy is so much fun to learn and teach. Yeah, man. Absolutely. I want to get better with the anatomy names a little bit. I'm trying to do a little bit more that way each day, instead of saying this thingy, that thingy. I say that a lot. I feel like a lot of people say this thingy, that thingy. I feel like that's normal science. Flashcards. Flashcards don't work. I've tried that with other things. Flashcards drive me nuts. I just gotta start watching some more YouTube videos on it. So got you through anatomy and physiology? Nice. Like, flashcards work for some people, for sure. I'm not very good with the flashcard game. Just keep listening to Spicer's sexy voice tell me. Been teaching at a college level for 7 years, so if you need help, just come see Spice Sensei in the dojo. Hell yeah, dude. That's one of the reasons why I stopped by. Besides just to support you, brother. There we go. There we go. Bigger, bolder, a little bit easier to read from afar. Okay. I think we're going to get ready for posing now. I think the pose is where it needs to be. Ooh. Got to dissect cats. I wish I got to dissect. They didn't let us do that. I think, let's see, wait, hold on. I think 7th grade we got to dissect worms because they were deemed like you could cut them in a way that they would grow again, so you get 2 worms. What's up, son? Yeah, okay, then set it down because it's no good. Or, yeah, just... Thank you. Hey, thanks, Nichols. Hello, hello. All right. So yeah, I think we're getting ready for posing now. Let's actually make this a little. Let's make this a little bit more gold. There we go. I think his name is Proco on YouTube. Yeah, Proco is amazing, Jack. Yeah. The names I blank on. That's actually like, because some of you know I'm studying a little bit of Japanese too. I have a hard time retaining that type of knowledge. Visual knowledge, I can like, you can show me something a couple times, like 1 or 2 times, and I can repeat that process no problem. The whole learn by doing stuff. But when it comes to like retaining literature or, you know, vocabulary, I don't know, I struggle with that a lot. It's like one of my biggest weaknesses. So yeah, what pose am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna go with this. I think we're gonna go with this pose right here. We're gonna get her locked in, doing something like this. Get that looking beautiful. Cause you know she has a lollipop in her mouth in almost every pose that she's in. Like this character has a lollipop in every single, except for here when she's talking. This lollipop right here. Like she has like a lollipop fetish. So I'm thinking about going with this one. I think this one's a lot more. I think this is really cute, and I think we can do that. So yeah, you don't like the T pose? No. Oh, not quite. Okay, so let's actually do that. Let's save this and let's do our pose. There we go. Go to save, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna save as, we'll call this 6. But now I'm going to change it from block out to pose. Yep. So let's get to it. Let's go do transpose T-pose mesh. Hey, there we go. Okay. So, looks like she's kind of hunched over a little bit. Let's actually if you grab the select rec, you can always grab that one polygroup the most. And I'm also going to hit auto groups, which you can do here. So then you can end up grabbing one thing at a time. There we go. Let's grab that. I'm actually going to turn off auto groups for a second. I'm going to do things a little bit differently. Is there a hotkey to save tool? Where's your sub and donate button, brother? Actually, I'm not Twitch affiliate. Yeah, I'm not part of the affiliate program. But you can always buy me a cup of coffee. I just link people to my Patreon now, which is through this link here, which I always appreciate people. But yeah, I was a part of the Twitch affiliate program for a little bit, dude, and then I backed off of that because of how much money they were taking, and I didn't really like it, and it wasn't the direction I wanted to go. So, and now I'm thinking about starting a ZBrush 101 course, so I'll be doing that. So it'll be more like direct. Yeah. And I was so torn with a Twitch affiliate. Clubhouse is all the rage at the moment. Clubhouse is all the rage at the moment. Yep. But Spice Man, we should just hang out on Discord 101 sometime and just hang out, have fun, and drink coffee. Bullshit. Clubhouse. Yeah, Clubhouse is an auto app on your phone where you can actually join rooms and kind of have discussions, lectures, conversations. Hey, thank you so much, Rodol, for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, creators are keeping 90% of the money earned. Yeah, at some point you're always losing a bit of money, but I didn't like it. That's what I didn't like about the Twitch affiliate, was that they were taking 50-60% of earnings. Maybe you can talk some sense into me. Hell yeah, dude. Well, yeah, Spice, let's connect sometime, man. I'll hit you up on Discord. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting the way Clubhouse and stuff is. Discord has that whole stage community now, which I'm looking into in my server, especially for classrooms. So people who want to get into sculpting or just want to get into ZBrush, that's where we can hang out. So it would all be good. Yeah. Oh, I thought they just announced they aren't taking creators from, taking money from creators. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked into 100%. I hope not. That would be cool, Ryan. If that's oh, that's what it was. Okay, all right, perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Because, you know, people do need to keep... Come on, man. People need to keep their money. You don't have an iPhone, so I don't keep up with it. I have an iPhone. I downloaded it. And then I didn't do anything else with it. You all know Next Knox, and he's the one who kind of got me into it a little bit to check it out. But big name guys are on there too, you know. Your Paul Gabry's, your Raphael Grissetti's in there. Like there's some big people in there. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Okay. Luckily this hip doesn't actually really change too much. So we can kind of get her posed in there pretty decently. Kind of rotate that a little bit. I'm from recommendations from Godzilla. Nice. Nice. Well, welcome in, welcome in. We're in the middle of posing this character. So using ZBrush, using some T-pose. There we go. See if we can kind of move this back a little bit. Just like such. You know, I'm starting to really enjoy posing. When I started, I hated it. You know, most people do, actually. I really enjoy posing. I find it to be a little cathartic. And this, which is weird for me because I hate retoppling. But I love creating poses, so. Especially, I feel like the hardest ones to create are the really subtle ones. Right? Those are usually the most difficult. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to create a couple different polygroups here by hands instead of auto grouping. Let's grab this guy like that. Come on. Thank you. Perfect. Okay. For some reason, cool. Okay. Let's do that. For some reason this hip is like way out in left field. Legs like really spread apart here. And like her foot's inward a little bit too. So let's move that up there like that. I like to try to put that. Okay, yeah, that's actually pretty good. And then her hip is inward a little bit, like. I feel like that's a very anime thing to do, is have girls' knees inward. Have to fix her hips. I'm gonna relax, smooth that just a bit. Yeah, I agree. I always afraid of destroying all my hard work, watching Shane completely destroy something and and have it come out better when his posing relieved all that tension. Yes. Well, that's why it's funny. What's the way? I had the same fear, right? When I first started sculpting, I had the same fear, hands down. But then I really started focusing on asymmetrical sculpting because that took away the fear of destroying stuff. I was actually like petrified to do anything. But then I started doing more asymmetrical sculpts, and then realized that you're never going to not destroy your work when you go to pose it. So yeah, you get comfortable with that idea of, okay, I'm gonna have to fix it, no big deal. You know. Dropped out for a phone call. Was wondering how you got onto discussing the N-word. What? Who said that? Who said what? What are we talking about? Inward. Oh. I was like, what? Build it to destroy it. Yeah. I was saying about the knees. Hey, Brinksadi, thank you so much. I was like, what are we talking about, Slopey? It's like about how I feel like having female knees go inward is such an anime thing to do. Yeah, I was concerned for a moment too. I was like, what's going on here? I started scanning the chat too. I was like, wait, what happened? I was like, what the heck did I miss? Yeah. What I'm going to do too is I'm actually going to go to plugin and I'm going to hit T-Pose Mesh again, which is going to help me save my mesh, my current progress. And then that way if things go wrong. And we're also looking for kind of an S-curve pose. Like her head's over here, but then her body's going to go this way, and then it's going to kind of go something like that. Kind of that type of shape. So it's subtle, but there's a good chunk of work here to be done. And it's super easy to make copies if you're worried. Yep. Yeah, girls with it. The Squidward knees. Okay. I'm gonna put her hand. I'm not gonna pose her hand in this yet, so I'm just gonna be placing her hand there. I'll pose it when we're done with this, but this will give me an idea of placement. Just slap, just right there. Should be good. There we go. Yeah, let's kind of tilt that back a little bit. Okay, just kind of have that back just a little bit. Okay. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in. Okay. So, typically, you want to try not to pose too many things at once. So I'm actually going to go ahead and isolate. Let's actually take the transpose. And I'm going to do that. Kind of grab that there. Now she's shouting. Ah! Or whispering. Now she'll be having a lollipop. That's some clean topology. Thanks, baby's first puke. Yeah. It's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with it. Especially since it's just all Z-remesher. So we're gonna get this pretty close to her body. Okay, so I want her elbows up a little bit, so we're gonna bring this. Needs to be here. Somewhere around there. Something like that. Good to know it's just Z-remesh. Yeah, it's just Z-remesh with I used polygroup it for creating. I basically painted where I wanted the edge flow to be, and then after I did polygroup it, my Z-remeshed, and so it got me some pretty clean results. What is up, Citizen Mech and Kamara? Kamara! What's happening? Kind of fix that seam that I broke right now. All right, let's take the elbows now. Clean that up. You just got home from your first vaccine dose. Nice. Have you used much of the new cloth features in ZBrush? Yes, I have actually. I really enjoy the new features a lot. A lot of times I'll use cloth dynamics to get a good sense actually of natural wrinkles, and then I'll exaggerate them. I still do a lot of hand sculpting, but I will definitely use it. I use it a lot more than I thought I was going to, if I'm being honest with myself. Pfizer. Nice. Okay. So this will get broken a little bit. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to do a partial bend, and then I'm going to then select this one. Bring this forward and bring it up the rest of the way. So I want this edge loop pointing down because that's where the elbow's going to be. I'm going to need to kind of bring that in a little bit, so we're not going to match that to the hand yet. You know what? All we need is to save Gizmo and Mask, and we have rigging. Wait, what? All we need is save Gizmo. Knocked me, yeah, knocked Cardi out for a while. Okay, so I'm not going to be posing these arms whatsoever. What I will be doing is actually getting rid of these arms when we go back. So for right now, I'm just going to kind of leave that as such. Ryan, have you tried Z-spheres with rigging? If you have, I'm really curious on your thoughts. Alright, I'm going to bring up the Gizmo. Gonna kind of isolate that a little bit more. Gonna bring this in. If we could save the Gizmo and its isolated mask, we could have rigging simplified, but it could work. Oh, okay. Yeah, what's your thoughts on that? Yeah, I set up my second dose for close to the weekend in case it puts you out of commission. Yeah, that's a great idea. Especially if you guys are taking the Johnson & Johnson shot. I've heard that it gets pretty wild, so just heads up on that. I'm actually going to do a light, relax, smooth. Kind of pull this out. Kind of fix this a little bit. So even though this character is, quote, simple in the pose, it's actually, there's a lot of complications here. So actually do keep hitting. I keep hitting over here like that's gonna help me at all. Okay. And this hand's even gonna go away because her hand's in her pocket, so do something like that. I'm going to go ahead and mask that part off right there. So going to go ahead and rotate this. Get that kind of pushed in there a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, let's see. Oh, yours is next Friday? I've tried it, but little to little success, Ian. Yeah, same here, Ian. I haven't done that much at all. I've tried it a couple times, but I'll be honest, I tried it like 2-3 years ago a couple times. Yeah, I probably should give it a shot now. Just curious. Z-Sphere works mostly. It was actually how I was taught to pose in school. I think Z-Sphere rigging has just come out then. Interesting. Okay. What I'm going to do is actually do a quick save. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, right? And then I'm going to actually back out. I'm going to accept what I have posed so far, and then I'm going to remove the distractions, and then we're going to go back in and pose some more. I like to pose in steps sometimes, so let's hit T-pose mesh. Let's see what we got going. Okay. There we go. Perfect. So let's go ahead and save it. Now we're going to let's come here to the jacket. Because she has her nice orange jacket on, we don't really need anything else. Let's turn dynamics off. I'm going to go ahead and actually grab the select. I'm going to grab these 2 points here. I'll go ahead and hit auto groups and get rid of those altogether. Go ahead and hit delete hidden. So now I'm not going to worry about that. Same with the hands. The hands, I'm actually going to go ahead and delete hidden because she doesn't have. There it is. Her hand's in there. Now we can kind of finesse the overall pose of her and then get things tweaked in a little bit more. Let's see. Kamari, oh boy, to expect people to have nothing better to do. Wait, I missed a bunch of stuff. Oh, you didn't get to pick the day for your second one. Oh, okay, yeah. See it. Funny how I turned into this stream and thought, why does she look so familiar? And only after seeing the reference to it, I went, oh, it's that anime. Yeah, exactly. Just got back. Are we posing? We are posing. We are starting to get to that pose. Yep. I just came in here, cleaned up some stuff that we didn't need anymore. Delete hidden some stuff. I need to come into these shoes real quick, though. I am confused on why I didn't actually get... Why didn't I get a lower sub version of this? So we need to make a lower sub version of this. So we're going to go ahead and actually duplicate these shoes. Wait, what? Okay. Okay. Delete hidden. Grab those. Duplicate that. Turn off symmetry. Let's go ahead and hide it. There we go. Now let's go ahead and do group by normals. See if that does anything. If it doesn't do anything, then no big deal. Hey, Jimmy is missing. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Moving them all at once, quickly, effectively. Yeah. You could probably reschedule if you need to, Kamara, but I'd rather not. It took me quite a bit of time and effort to get the appointments in the first place. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Sir Maji, how you doing? Did I break this? I did break it. Okay. We already have polygroups pretty well. So let's see what we get. Z-remesher, keep groups. And let's just see if we can get a decent retopology. Spasa, come on! Are you ever gonna make Zowu? I don't know yet. Pop quiz old school. How do you like your coffee, IR? I like cold brew with sweet vanilla cream in it. I also like it if it's just regular like brewed coffee, then I like it with like a little bit of sugar, a little bit of creamer, nothing too crazy. You know. Yeah. Ew, that's funky. That's funky. I think we can do better than that though. Can we do better than that? I think we could do better than that. I think we can do better than that. Like, actually, let's. I'm curious. Okay, I'm like thinking. I'm thinking, Lincoln. Let's turn all that off. Does that project well? Let's find out. Sometimes I feel like the topology gets really wrinkled, really fugly. But let's see if it projects well. If it projects well, then I'm not going to worry about it so much. Let's try that. So let's actually just subdivide it a couple times, and then let's just project. And we'll see if it breaks. Yeah, go ahead, project everything. Do it. That's cheating now. I won't sleeping knowing she doesn't have arms and hands. It's not cheating if it's smart. I'm just saying. Hey, hello, I need to sleep now. Look at that. Look at that. It projected just fine. Right. Nope, wait. There it is. Broken spot. Broken spot. Okay. Let's attempt that again. Let's do 10. I was going pretty low. Let's do 10. I don't have any creases, but, you know, let's see what happens. Long time. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah, you're in Florida. You're in Florida now? Like you moved there, or you're in Florida as like time difference? That's not what I meant. I was asking if they might have expected you to move other appointments to a second vaccine in second place. Oh, yeah. You would have busted out Z Remodeler and started deleting edge loops by now? Yeah. You're better than me, Ryan. I tried to make the machine work. You moved there. And how did that go, man? Hopefully a simpler, decent move. There you go. Look at that. That's better topology. We'll go up a little bit in the subdivision. Now let's just project. Got a little bit of crunching right there, but I think I could fix that crunchiness. Yeah. Let's see if we turn on the rest of life itself. I don't think that's really gonna matter too much. Yeah, that'll give me a lower version, then I'll clean it up. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, that's fine. That works out. Yeah. How do you like your coffee, Spicer? Or am I gonna have to like brew you something? I'll brew you all sorts of different kinds. I really like French press coffee too. I'm bougie as fuck. I think most people I know around here are pretty willing to make time for the vaccine. It's hard to find appointment slots. Yeah. Well, April 19th in California is when everybody is going to be like, you're signed up. You know, you could just make an appointment at any point in time if need be. So that's pretty cool. So we'll end up pretty much. I signed up for like when it will tell me when to go, and then I'll go do that. All right, so let's go ahead and delete this higher res of that. Boop, we don't need it anymore. Let's go ahead and save. I'm actually going to save because I made some changes. I'm going to make a 7th version. Samaritan or Wow. Sumatran mandling with stevia, a touch of honey, and heavy cream. That actually sounds really delicious. Like really, really delicious. I'm actually trying this sweetener called Vitafiber. It's supposed to be really, really good for you because not only is it super like it's no calories, but it's also like has a bit of fiber in there. It's supposed to be like best of both worlds. I'm gonna be trying that today. They just opened things up to the second wave of people starting the 5th in Jersey. Ooh, okay. No word on when the everyone group might be a go, but I have asthma, so I've been allowed since day one. No, that's actually great, Kamara. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, she's definitely yelling right now. All right, let's go back to T-pose mesh. All right, let's start tweaking this a little bit more. She's also like hunched over and, you know, being super adorable. Get that select rect one more time. All right, so I'm actually going to hide her hair. And I'm going to move her body. Bloop. So let's bend her forward. Uh-huh. And then we're gonna tilt you to the side, girl. We're gonna tilt you to the side. She's like partly the invisible woman. As for coffee, it's funny that French press is bougie. It's easier and cheaper than my old Mr. Coffee drip coffee, but it's so much better. It really is. Yeah, and there's like a way to like agitate the grains. You know, you see like you have you boil water and then you can like kind of like do this motion and agitate the coffee. It's crazy. I've seen some really interesting YouTube videos. Okay. I'll just move that jacket to where it makes sense. But that's just me. I won't fight the machine. But when you get it, it works faster. Wait. But when you get it, it works faster the more you use it. Most of the time, I don't have the patience to fiddle with it. I think that makes you better. Oh, you're too kind, man. You're too kind. Nah, man, we all got our workflows. We all got the workflows. Honestly, at the end of the day, if it works, it works. That's why sometimes, you know, you guys will see me do things, quote, the hard way. I'll just move each stitch one by one. It's because I know it's going to work, you know. It's going to get me the result I want. Yeah, it might take longer, but I'm okay with that. Okay, before I do that, I'm actually going to... Her legs got moved. I didn't mean to do that. Kind of let's put them back. Put those thighs back. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Go. Hey, Talden! What is happening? I need to sign up for my 5G implant. Man, it feels like it's been forever. And no, it feels like it's been forever. What is happening, Talden? How are you doing? We have a full party here today. I love it. Thanks, guys. What's up? Yeah, go have his thing. Just chilling. Like it, like it. Alright, we get to push her booty in a little bit. There we go. Luckily, all that's going to be hidden in the skirt, so no big deal. Alright, let's actually shape the skirt a little bit more. Ooh, Spaso Sensei's here! And Kamara, and yep, everybody's here. I love it. Well, just chilling like a villain. Spicer's having his coffee, he's waking up, he's getting ready to slay the world. What's up, baby? Have an apple first, and then you can have some Cheetos.
Okay.
Cool. Actually, I want to get this resin laps going today, so I'll have to run to Best Buy and get a long USB. There you go, yeah. You know, I was actually thinking about getting that resin lap, but honestly, my garage is gross. And it's not really a nice place to have the resin exposed. There's a lot of dust and crap in my garage. So I'm gonna have to, like, I think what we have to do is maybe, possibly, wait until I get a cleaner spot. I'm gonna turn double on. There we go. Just kind of open this jacket up a little bit. Probably in a higher gig memory card too. Yeah. Yeah, my garage sucks too. Renting a dumpster this week and then throwing everything away. I need my garage back. Dude, I completely 100% agree with you, man. I have so much crap in my garage I gotta throw out. So much. There we go, okay. Need to get these ears and stuff happening. There we go. What is she? She's kind of like... She's like looking over here a little bit. Her head is up, but kind of tilted. She's like looking this way. Like her head's kind of back too a little bit. Looking good. Hey, Witch Cat. Thank you, thank you. And we're getting there. Okay, slightly tilted. That's cool. That's cute. I like that. That works. It'll look a lot better once her hand is closed. I'm gonna bring this hair strand on over. Same with this one. Literally gonna just kind of push that up like such. Mask that backside off. And then we're gonna flail this out this way. We'll add in a few more strands after which. Yeah. The memory card I have only holds about 1,000 shots. I need something that can hold probably about 3,000 shots. Yeah, probably. Yeah, what do you got? Like, you just got a basic 32 gig? I think the biggest card I ever shot, when I used to photograph weddings, I think the biggest memory card I ever carried on me was a 32 gig, because if you had a 64 gig, while you could get the whole wedding in there, I'd break up the wedding into 3 segments. I would always have the before shot, so I'd have my 32 gig, and what I would do is I would shoot the bride and then the groom, the getting ready part, and then I would take that memory card and actually put that memory card away. Once it was done, put that memory card away, then I pop in another 32 gig for the ceremony, and then after that I would pop that one out, and then I would have one for the just for the, like, you know, the speeches, the cake cutting, and the whole reception. But then if I stayed late, I'd switch out to one more card. And the reason why I did that was because I've had a wedding where files got corrupted, and if you have that all in one memory card, then you lost the whole wedding and you got to give all that money back. So it's like, at least if you get something, then you can make that work. And I remember that being a nightmare. So I have like 18, I'm not even kidding, like 18 32 gigabyte memory cards just floating in here. It's just ridiculous. How to block out hands quickly. God damn it, I forgot your stream. No worries. That's my name right there. What's up? How to block out hands quickly. Honestly, the best way to block out hands quickly is start with a cube and then just get like some cylinders and then place those as your fingers. Make sure that the finger is about as long as the palm, and then from there just start shaping it. You could block out a hand in a few minutes, but it's refining it that takes all the time. Okay, we're gonna bring your shoulder in a little bit and bring that forward like such. I was modeling something, so I got an excuse. Nice, nice. Put the hands in pockets and done. Exactly, I did that already. I did that with one hand. I cheated. Oh my goodness. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna do that thing, aren't you? Okay, so go. Gonna be difficult. Come on. Okay. Come on. There we go. Kind of pull that out a little bit and then bring that. There we go. That kind of meets it. We're going to have to clean this part up. But if you want, I can show you after I get this posed how you could quickly block out a hand. You could block out anything really, really quickly. It's all about then refining it and setting yourself up in the early stages for success. You know, it's easy to just say like, oh, here's a cube, put some fingers on there, boom, call it a day. But, you know, what I like to do is basically spend a couple hours one day, make a hand from scratch, get it looking really nice, focus on appeal, give it subdivisions, and then back that off and have a base mesh to work off of for any project I would want. And I do this from time to time, which then hopefully kind of sets myself up for success. Okay. Alright, so she's a little too upright though. At least for the reference that I have. What I'm gonna do is actually kind of turn her for a second. And I'm gonna... Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna hide these strands of hair. I'm going to do a soft mask. Something like that. I'm going to really start pushing her. That forward as well. All right, now that we have the pose fairly decent, what I'm gonna do is actually take her head. Okay, yeah. Take that back for a second. I'm actually gonna just go ahead and isolate her head. I'm gonna mask right about there. I'm gonna switch that. There we go. Soften that. I'm gonna kind of bring that around. There we go. That's a good position for her to be having a lollipop in her mouth. I didn't mean to soften that. Yeah. I want her standing relatively upright. Most of that weight should be there. I thought for a second you already moved onto My Little Nightmares request. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Little heart attack. No, I have not moved on to that yet. Okay. What we're going to be doing here now is kind of masking off the leg. Go ahead and bring this back. I'm going to use this bottom ground right here as actually a guide. So that she's standing on a pretty flat surface, but instead of bringing this leg down, I'm going to lengthen this leg. So I'm going to bend her ankle up a little bit. Like such. Not there. There we go. We're going to do that one. There we go. Kind of put that more there so it bends more naturally. just a little bit. Looking for that natural bend in the shoe. So see, there's a little bit of a length difference. So we can kind of come down here. Let's see. Might be able to actually get away with dropping it down like that and then bring that forward. Just a little bit. Let's take a step back and see how that looks. Yeah, that actually could work. Okay, but now there's no way she's gonna. This is gonna be. She can't stand like this. That she's like already kind of falling over. So we need to widen her legs a bit. Yeah, that already makes a difference. Maybe a little bit wider. There we go, yeah. That already makes a big difference. Always appreciate that you incorporate functionality into your sculpts. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I try. It's definitely something to always keep in mind. You know, especially since most of everything we do is printed. So we need to make it so that it makes sense. And we got to push the limits too. There we go. Yeah, see that now that makes more sense to me. She still kind of feels like she might be a little bit tilted on one side. But she looks pretty good here, so maybe I'll exaggerate her hips out a little bit more. Maybe moving it more in that. Let's see, maybe moving it more like in that direction on the back side, while on the front. So maybe we'll like push it in here a little bit, and then have it come out. Yeah, let's see here. Maybe have it push out that way. It's not quite the curve that I want, although from here to here is pretty decent, so. You're always tired of seeing models that would never stand in the fallback, always. Artistic license, right? Puffy coat syndrome. Yeah, right? What's up, man? Okay, great. Now you can have some chips. Yeah. You know, but it could be too, like before I just start messing with the main part itself, like could just kind of tuck this in a little bit and get some natural silhouette shape breakage. We're going to be detailing her puffy jacket a little bit, so maybe we play with that just a tiny bit. Go. Kind of open this up a little bit. But yeah. Now we want our models to stand. Stand proud and tall. Yep. We'll bring this in a little bit, because I don't want to take away from the skirt either. This is already going to be an interesting one to 3D print. I'm gonna have to really incorporate the thickness of her jacket and all sorts of stuff. This will be fun to do. Okay, for the ears, let's pose the ears. Actually, let's save this real quick. Yeah, we'll save this version. Let's grab that. Let's hide that guy. Let's take this. Luckily, these ears are cute, so we can kind of just pull them a little bit. Kind of shape that around. You're going to go ahead and isolate that one real fast. I'm going to isolate this one as well, so I could just quickly grab it. Kind of bring that up a little bit. Not gonna lie, that part's gonna be kind of funky to print, but I like it. All right, let's go ahead and save that pose one more time, and then let's send it back, and let's take a look at it as a whole, and maybe critique some things on the subtool level side, and that should be pretty good. Working that subliminally. Gonna put in that work. Peace and chicken grease, IR and chat. Stay alpha. Always, buddy. Spicer man, hit me up anytime, brother. Be fun, have fun at work. Enjoy yourself. Chat at you later, brother. Working that subliminally. Separate it and key it. Yeah. Well, now we gotta get to the detailing, baby. The detailing is where it's at. What we can do is kind of tuck some of the stuff in, like this got broken. All right, so let's take that move brush. Push that in there. All right. You know what's bothering me about her? She, like, has no life to her right now. Not even kidding. What's bothering me about her is, like, she's just, like, she's kind of, like, dead. Right? So check this out. Okay, so we moved her whole head and stuff. I could paint asymmetrically, but what I've been really trying to do these days is use posable symmetry. And anytime you have symmetry on, and you make them, and you move, and you don't disrupt the edge flow whatsoever, immediately go to transform and hit posable symmetry, and if it kicks in, look at this, check this out. So you click there, and now what we can do is get some like rosy cheeks, something like this. Let's grab the simple color so we can dial it back a little bit. Let's quickly go to polypaint. Oh, I'm sorry, not polypaint. Layers. It's still recording for some reason. I'm gonna bake everything because I really like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and actually, with a low color, start bringing in some of that warmth into our body. So with posable symmetry, you're really able to do a good chunk of work even after the pose. But she's a little just... There we go. Just a little bit of rosy cheeks to her. I think will be good. And then we can actually go back. Then we can actually increase that a little bit. We can give her some of that anime, like... A little bit of work done right there. A little bit of that kind of blush color. Stroke just a bit. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, let's chat this Thursday over a cup of Jose. Let's do it, brother. Let's do it. A doll, right? Yeah. Heading out, Spicer. See ya. Noticing stream's been super stable. Yeah, stream's been amazing. Actually, midnight last night, all of my devices went offline. Internet completely shut down. This morning, everything's on, and it's like flawless. So I'm like, I think they're catching on. I think they're catching on that people use the internet. They can't be shutting that shit off on the weekend. So I think they should do it the other way, which is nice. Wow, that's super useful. Does posable symmetry grab symmetry based on center of the symmetrical mesh subtool itself, even if it's been rotated or moved? Yes. Okay, so short answer is yes. Let me preface this real quickly, Gats, that posable symmetry is a finicky tool. Okay, like almost annoying finicky, to the point where it wants to kind of make up its mind 10% of the time. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, here, let's do this for you real quick. So give you a good, kind of a good like example. Let me bring up this guy. Oh, maybe not that guy. Okay, yeah, let's do this guy. That guy had something that we should not be talking about. Okay. So, see how the symmetry here is, it's uniform, right? So, if you were to go ahead and not change the, edge flow and the model was perfectly symmetrical on one axis, let's say you were to go ahead, turn off axis, and you move your model, right? And then we'll take it one step further. I'll highlight this section right here. I'll come down, and we move that just a little bit, right? And now we're like, shit, I want to go back and I want to work on it. If you go up here and activate symmetry, obviously symmetry is based on the world position, but we want it to be based on the subtool position. So if you go ahead and say use posable symmetry, what it will do is it will isolate what's symmetrical about that model. And if everything is 100% symmetrical on one axis, then I can come in here and I can start working. And I can start sculpting and say, yeah, let's apply that. Let's bring up some subdivisions. Now, that's the other thing too. When you bring up subdivisions, okay, and you're symmetrical and you hit apply, your symmetry is going to get cut off. So you have to re-click use posable symmetry. So if I were to re-subdivide, you're gonna have to do this bounce back and forth. But as long as you don't change the original lower version and it's still truly symmetrical, then we can come up here and start posing away and sculpting perfectly symmetrical, even though it's not in world symmetry. It's really tricky to do it right, because it literally just one edge loop that doesn't read symmetrical from one side to another. You can like smooth it too small, now it's not symmetrical. It's very finicky, but I find it useful with faces in particular because, and if you noticed, I moved her whole head, barely rotated her head from her neck, didn't change the original geometry at all in any way, so that I can come in here and work symmetrically even though it's off center. And that helps me make small changes when I start seeing that, oh, this doesn't look 100% the way I want it to, etc., etc. Awesome, man. That's good to know, especially proposing. Thank you. Yeah, no, not a problem. Not a problem. No, not right now. Okay. So, yeah, it's fun. It can be difficult when it doesn't work. You're like, but yeah, as long as you're aware of how to approach, you should be fine. See, for like this, for example, right? I posed the crap out of this. If I use posable symmetry, like, it's some areas it's okay. It recognizes some areas. Again, I didn't change too much, but there are differences. You can see how it is off. So that kind of doesn't work the way I want it to. But it's close enough too, so you know what I mean? Like that could be beneficial as well. So it's definitely a good tool, but yeah, as long as you don't rely on it, you should be fine. But man, when it works, it is beautiful. I can't tell you how many times it saved my ass. Use the Inflate Brush real quick. Get that popped up there. What we got? We only got a few minutes, so we'll be really detailing this coming Friday. Actually, yeah, this project kind of came together pretty quickly. Really happy with it. Okay, this is where we're actually gonna have to start making subdivisions. Let's go ahead and mirror, no, not mirror welds. Auto groups, turn off symmetry. That pocket out. Now it looks like her hand's kind of in the pocket, not just the other way around. There we go. Need to add some stitches on the pocket too, apparently. But yeah. Too bad. Let's go ahead and split. Let's go to split mast. Okay. Actually gonna just delete this one. Delete it. There we go, there we go. You can kind of move that a little bit more. Cool, let's grab that bad boy. All right, let's go to auto groups. Let's grab that. Let's do it. Here we go. Let's just do that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mirror and weld this. So let's go mirror and weld. I'll just line this up to the other side as best we can. Like such. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. She's got some stitches on her. There we go. Gonna auto groups because I kept selecting the other one. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, I'm pretty confident with that. So actually going to go ahead and apply that thickness. Actually, let's increase the thickness by 0.003 and 0.03. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, 0.04. Yeah, okay, I think that might work out pretty well. But let's actually kick that inward just a bit. Let's offset it by -31. Should be fine. Yeah, that one. Yep. I'll see you. I'll see you, buddy. All right, let's go ahead and apply that. Dankeschön. Or arigatou gozaimasu. Whichever one. Okay, let's actually grab that guy right there. There we go. Let's see if we can just rotate that from the center. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. Nice. Let's actually kind of rotate a little bit. Nope, wrong way. Turn symmetry off for a second. Let's grab that right there. Let's bring that down. There we go. Okay, I think that might be pretty cool. All right. I think that's looking pretty good for getting ready to start detailing. For this right here, we're actually going to mask this innard off. We have some collapsing happening, so we're going to push that back. Happens sometimes. There we go. Sweet! Alright, you know, I think this isn't too bad. This is actually not too shabby. We'll have to correct a few things, but as a whole, I think this is coming along pretty well. Maybe make her ears a little bit bigger. Oh, we'll see. There you go. I'll have to play with some of those stitches, get them cleaned up a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I think that looks pretty good. Just gotta render. Taper down some of those knees. All right. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so you know what we're gonna end up doing is actually we'll end up we'll do a little render, and then tomorrow not tomorrow, sorry. Friday we'll get into detailing, texturing, making smaller adjustments, fixing her hand a little bit. Yeah. Overall, I think this is pretty cool. Yeah, this one turned out pretty quickly. It seems like everyone's really picking up speed all of a sudden. Yeah. I know, right? Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I feel pretty happy with how fast life is happening. I think this is coming along really well. Yep, even making a base mesh from scratch, this came out pretty nicely. There we go, let's fix that right there. Yeah, then we'll give her a lollipop. I think that's gonna really make her look like the character, and then after that, there's some things that maybe like actually going back to her face for a second. I think she has too much of a bridge. Let's clean that bridge up a little bit. Let's soften that out. Yeah. So yeah, see already. Like, you know. That's why sometimes taking your eyes off of it, even just for a minute. That'll really just like kind of help everything out. And having that symmetry on there allows me to fix that pretty easily. Cool. Woohoo! You're excited too? Nice, nice. Alright guys, let's see who we're gonna raid on the Twitch side. I haven't raided anybody in a little bit. So let's see who we can raid. Who's going live? Anybody? We have Rush. Does Rush get mad if we raid? Does anybody know? Rush and Curdle are on. I'm gonna raid him. I haven't raided Rush in such a long time, and it's rare that I raid him. Let's do it. Rush raids other people, don't want to say. He's partner now, so. And besides, I haven't spoken to him in a little bit, so it'll be good to go in there and actually talk to him. So. Okay. Ooh, yeah, he's good with it. Okay, cool. Alright, guys. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. As always, I love it. Appreciate it. And everybody on YouTube side, thanks for hanging out. Always appreciate it. Ooh, Pixo just went live. I wonder who's streaming. Hopefully Daisuke's streaming. No, Paul Deezy's streaming. That's good. Alright, guys. Have a good one. I'll see all you later. Take it easy. And yeah, I'll see you guys Friday for sure. All right. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Later.